Hey everyone, I'm Smoke the Bear. Welcome to this video where we'll be talking about each detail, secret and much more from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, a pretty cool installment in the saga that was released in 2015 by the talented game developer 𝐻𝐞. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. We will start this video with a somewhat well-known fact. Springtrap, the hybrid one and the main antagonist from the third game, has a corpse inside of him, which belongs to 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐿 itself, also known as the Purple Guy before his official name was confirmed. Number 2. FNAF 3 was initially released on March 2, 2015, however, this wasn't the main release date for it, as 𝐻𝐞 wanted to release it on March 3, 2015. This was due he wanted to make a reference about it was the third game from the saga. However, the release date was changed because of hype and certain circumstances outside of 𝐻𝐞's power. Number 3. When playing any of the post-night minigames, we can see some kind of code on one of the halls. This will help us to get the good ending. However, if you flip it and you use any editing program such as Photoshop right on the color area, you will get a purple-like color, which could be linked to 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐿 itself. This could probably be more than just a coincidence. Number 4. Right after completing Night 6, we will get a newspaper, which hides a secret. We will just need to brighten it up to see the secret, which shows a severely damaged Springtrap. This could reference he survived the fire and that we can later see him in sister location as an Easter egg and in Pizzeria Simulator as one of the antagonists, this time renamed as 𝐻𝐻𝐿 or Scraptrap. Number 5. Continuing with the newspaper, we can see some dev notes from 𝐻𝐞 in it. These dev notes talk about 𝐻𝐞's experience with the first 3 games from the saga. Thanks to some very observant users within the fandom, we can now enjoy these dev notes in a more readable way. Number 6. The game was originally planned to be a 1 vs 1, just you versus Springtrap being the final boss. Unfortunately, this, along many other ideas, were cut from the full game due to several inconveniences. Number 7. Talking about Springtrap, it's kinda curious and original how his name was revealed. 𝐻𝐞 made an announcement talking about the game's early beta. It didn't seem like much of a deal until we noticed that there were several intentional misspellings, where 𝐻𝐞 repeated several letters that when put together resulted in the I am Springtrap code. Number 8. During the third game's teaser trailer, we can see a scene where Springtrap is having a seizure. This may be a reference to the Purple Guy's death as seen in the Final Night minigame. Fans speculated that both scenes are the same but told in a different way. Number 9. A few days after the game's release, 𝐻𝐞 had included a feature to award a star as an achievement for completing the game or any hard mode, just like the previous games. So far, there were 3, but 𝐻𝐞 had planned to add a 4th one in the game. This will be achieved by completing Night 6 with aggressive mode enabled. However, it was scrapped because 𝐻𝐞 didn't think anyone would complete that night. Some updates later, 𝐻𝐞 realized this was possible and he decided to finally add the 4th star. The first one to get it was Markiplier. Number 10. Aside of introducing the extras menus to the saga, because the first 2 ones didn't have it, this game also officially introduces cheats, which would make our experience much easier or harder depending on how we have customized it. Number 11. Springtrap is one of the few characters from the saga that has 2 jump scares, as he can attack in 2 different areas, just like Freddy Fazbear from the first game and some of the nightmares from the 4th game. Number 12. Also, Springtrap is one of the few characters from the saga that can appear in any of the cameras, just like Phantom BB from the same game and Anna from sister location. Number 13. Despite Springtrap's design is one of the best from the entire saga, it has several anatomical errors. The mask is too small to fit a human head, it also has several limbs that are ill-proportioned. This is because 𝐸 is not good at modeling humans. Number 14. Continuing with the anatomical errors, these are not only present in the suit but also in William's corpse. An example of this is the fact that his jaw is not separate as it should. Number 15. Sometimes in any of the cameras, the posters or drawings can be replaced by some possibly referring to Springtrap. If we click on Freddy's nose from the office poster, the well-known honk will be played. If we flip the horror attraction map layout, we can see it has a similar shape to Scott's avatar NMDo. If we make a wrong jump in the Toy Chica's minigame between the platform and the balloon, we will be able to appreciate the secret entrance with a crying cupcake, and one of them will chase us. The office will get a Halloween decoration if we play the game during Halloween or if we change the date and time on our computer. There's a small chance that this empty Freddy suit will appear on the office's left side. There's a confusion between if this suit is Golden Freddy or Phantom Freddy. There are tons of unused content in the game files, such as the live meter, which was also found in the previous games. It's kinda mysterious why this feature wasn't added in the end. There are also 4 unused puppet images, which I'm gonna show you right now. There's a small chance that in the camera 4, the one with the Foxy's mask, the spring bonnet drawing located on the left will be replaced by one showing a cupcake or another showing a golden cupcake. Plus, there's also a small chance to find a cupcake on the office desk that's on your right side. When starting the game, entering a night, or even get a game over, there's a chance to get any of those 3 Springtrap rare screams. In order to get a good ending, you need to go to an area below the Pirate Cove in the post-night minigames. This area will change every night, so you better pay attention if you want to follow all the steps correctly. There's a small chance to find a paper pulse in the office. However, it's not as rare as finding that Freddy suit. Springtrap. He's the only tangible one that can kill us in the game. He is the William Afton's resurrection. Contains inside him the William corpse, resulting in a hybrid character between human and animatronic. His origin is the result of William dying inside a spring bonnet suit he found in a hidden room in order to defend himself from the souls of the children he murdered years ago. However, this was a total mistake that cost him his own life. Springtrap represents the aforementioned 1 vs 1 concept that Scott wanted to include in the 3rd installment. Due to the spring-lock suit protocols, he can be attracted to any room where there are children laughing, thus becoming the main way to keep him away from us. Phantom Freddy. He is a manifestation of the spirit that possessed Freddy Fazbear in his FNAF 2 Weaver form, but even more damaged. He lacks 1 leg and his right ear. He can randomly appear walking in the hall that's in front of you. Just ignore him, otherwise he will jump scare you and cause a ventilation error that you must repair using the maintenance panel. Phantom BB. He's another manifestation, this time in the form of Balloon Boy. His appearance remains the same as in FNAF 2, but with burned textures, and he lacks his iconic sign and a balloon. Plus, he has now the ability to open his mouth in an exaggerated way in order to be more menacing. It's one of the few characters that appears in every camera, along with Springtrap. If you see him in any camera, zap from the camera immediately before he jump scares you, causing a ventilation error. Phantom Chica. She's a manifestation of the spirit that possessed Chica in his FNAF 1 form this time. Her appearance remains the same as in FNAF 1, but with burned textures and without her cupcake. She only appears randomly on the arcade screen that is in camera 7, just like with Phantom Balloon Boy, zap from the camera immediately before she jump scares you, causing a ventilation error. Phantom Foxy. He's a manifestation of the spirit that possessed Foxy. Just like Phantom Freddy, he uses his FNAF 2 Weaver form but even more damage. He lacks his right forearm and subsequently his iconic hook and his eye patch. That means his two eyes are always visible. His mechanic is kinda different from the rest, and it's the hardest to avoid, as he will appear directly in the office. He won't give you any clue that he's there. He'll be just standing there waiting until you see him to instantly jump scare you, causing a ventilation error. Phantom Mango. It's another manifestation, this time in the form of Mango. Just like with Phantom BB, its appearance remains the same as in FNAF 2, but with burned textures, plus only its head is visible in-game. Phantom Mango will randomly appear hanging in the camera 4. If we don't zap for the camera, it won't jump scare us, but it's gonna cause an audio error and will appear in the window in front of us while a static will be played, thus attracting Springtrap's attention. Phantom Puppet. She's a manifestation of the spirit that possessed Puppet. Her appearance remains the same as in FNAF 2, but with burned textures and white eyes. She is the last Phantom to appear in-game, and her mechanic consists on randomly appearing in the camera 8. Zap from the camera immediately if you see her, otherwise she'll appear in front of you, and she won't let you use any of the two panels, temporarily leaving you vulnerable to any other Phantom or Springtrap itself. Once she leaves, both ventilation and audio systems will get an error simultaneously. FNAF 3 is a game with a lot of potential in its concept, but at the time of its execution, it lacks a bit. Despite the final game was heavily despised because of this, I still consider it as a good game anyway, which contains a tons of interesting secrets and an interesting lore. Now it's your turn, tell me what you think about all of this. I'll be looking in the comment section, and also would like to thank Vix for helping me in the making of this video. And that's it for now. See ya!